Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video we're going to show you how to create tracks using Google Earth Pro. This is a great feature to allow you to either build tracks to explore or to create tracks to share with your friends. Once a track is created, you simply need to do a little conversion, and then you can load that into some of your popular apps on your cell phone, just like OSMand. So once we access the Google Earth Pro, what we're going to do is actually zoom into the area in which you wish to explore. So we're going to get right down to the section that was quite unknown, so that I can actually put my GPS and share with a couple of friends. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go My Places. You're going to right click and add a folder. This folder will contain all of the information that you will need, such as your track and your waypoints. It allows you to name it for your easy identification. Once you've named it, click OK. Now in this video I'm going to make a classic mistakes that a lot of people do. So once you've created it at the top, you can actually add path. Once you add the path, you can name it. In this case, this was a snowmobile muddy trail, and you can add a little bit of description. I'll be brief here for sake of a shorter video. However, there was ample information to put in there for some of my friends. Now the classic mistake is that you have to keep this window open in order to create your path. Once you've pressed OK, you can no longer edit the path. However, it's quite easy to go back. So in the style and color, I like purple, so I've picked purple. I prefer the width 5. You can always play with those options. Now I clicked OK, so no big deal. Where it says where it added the track, you just right click on it and hit Properties. That will allow you to go modify your path or actually create it. So you move that window to the side, then you can actually create the path. Simply click to add a point, and you can right click to delete points that you've created. You can modify previous points. It's super easy to use. And the beauty of it as well is that as you create your track, you can actually see the terrain that you're going to be facing. Now, as you all know, these maps are not very old, but they're not from yesterday either. So a lot of the terrain may have changed over the years or months in which this was captured. And this is where the waypoints are going to come into play. So I'm going to fast forward this section a little bit, again for brevity, and we'll come back as soon as we're ready to show you how to create waypoints. Alright guys, now that the track has been created, you can actually press the OK, which saves your track. If you can zoom out quickly, you see the path that you've created. Now we're going to add a couple of waypoints. The first one that I want to add is the close trail that I encountered. So here, if you look at the top, there's a little pin button you can click, and here you can put the marker where you wish, and you can name it. And this one here, it's pretty simple. It's a close trail. I love that there's coordinates available for these waypoints as well, and you can change the icons. This one I'm going to put the simple warning one and click OK. So there's your first waypoint marked. It's been added to your folder for the track creation example. It's as simple as that. Now as I moved through that trail and I mapped it a little bit, there was a lot of muddy sections, but one in particular had drastically changed, and it's this one. This one was all dug out by heavy machinery, probably in preparation to fix the trail. However, I thought this was the end of my journey, and actually I thought I was going to turn around. But as I investigated, I've noticed that despite the fact that I couldn't see the bottom of it, the bottom was quite solid. And as I prodded with a stick, In the shallow section on the right hand side, the deepest spot was about 2.5 to 3 feet deep. And probably 3 feet's a bit exaggerated. Now there were some huge ruts in that hole as well that I didn't test. And I'm sure those were significantly deeper. However, I didn't dare try to go right down the middle, specifically considering the fact that I dumped my bike in the water a few weeks back, and that was not a pleasant experience at all. So I kept to the right hand side. You just had to be careful. A couple of ruts that were left by the heavy machinery, but after more concern and actually challenge, I was able to make my way through. So here we're going to put a little bit of description for other people that will see this track, or myself, what actually is coming in this place here. Make sure you place a marker before you press OK. If ever you do it before, you just right click, hit properties, and it allows you to change it. Now the last obstacle I'm going to mark in this trail here is where we saw a bridge. There's actually no bridge there. It's an open culvert, and it's quite a challenge for me. I'm not very good at doing any type of wheelies by any means, and this is not a motocross, it's a dual sport. Because everything was muddy and because it was so high, I had to do a wheelie to get the front wheel over, which then high centered the bike. But because it was in some sort of plastic, I really couldn't get any traction to get the rear wheel over. And there was a wide gap on the other side of that culvert where they dug the hole from where the trail continued. So I really had to pull the bike back, get the rear wheel solidly anchored in the mud, and just give it a lot of gas to try to get enough momentum to go over the culvert. What happened is that as I reached the top of it, I wasn't quite comfortable and I lost balance. So as I tried to put my foot down to retain my balance, I was in line with the gaping hole on the other side of the culvert, and down I went with the bike on top of me. Luckily, nobody was hurt. And as I put the bike up again, I noticed that the rear wheel was right at the top of the culvert, which then it was an easy feat to actually overcome the obstacle. I was just hoping that I didn't have to turn around later in that trail, as I had never been here before. Fortunately, it was all good, smooth sailing from here. And we're going to be putting a description again to help people understand what they're going to be facing here. And we're going to press OK. So now your track is done. All you need to do now, if you want to use it in a program that only uses GPX files, you need to save that file. So you're going to right-click, highlight the folder you've created, right-click, and select Save As, Save Place As. Make sure that the extension you choose is a KML, not a KMZ, and just save your file. Now there's this beautiful little website that I found today actually that converts the KML file to GPX. And these guys are actually amazing, and it keeps all of the data that you've created in Google Earth. So all you need to do is hit the browse button, select the track you've created, make sure waypoint's in track, click convert. Then you can download your map by clicking here, and you can view it on the map just to show you what it looks like. Click view, and here's your track. Now if you put that in the GPS, you can actually follow that track and create a navigation route. The beauty of this little converter as well is that if you click on that track, it will give you all the description that you had. If you click on your waypoints, it'll do the same thing. Like this one only had a title, but the next ones actually have all of the information. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this is going to be helping you plan your adventures or even share your good old times with some friends. Ride safe.